Today I am excited to share with you my top 20 skincare finds from 2020. Even though 2020 was one of those years that wasn't exactly the best, there was a lot of great skincare that was discovered in that year that I am so excited to share with you today. So what I want to do in this video is I'm actually going to share my experience with each one of these, why I love it. And on the screen on one of these sides, I am going to put the ingredient deck and some pertinent information so that if you want to kind of nerd out on the specifics of any of these products, you can. And I'm just going to share with you the reason why I love them from a consumer perspective. If you are new here, my name is Penny. I'm a master esthetician in Portland, Oregon. I do hope that you will consider subscribing before you leave. I also hope that you'll follow me over on Instagram. I do a bunch of kind of more casual content over there. And I also hope you'll consider joining my private Facebook group where we just are 11,000 members strong and we talk skincare all day long. So I will put all of those links in the description box and I definitely hope that you'll check them out. So let's get started. My number 20, if you will, is going to be a deodorant, you guys. I know that's crazy, but it is this deodorant from Secret. This one in particular is the number 25, and that is important because this deodorant, it's just a good deodorant, you guys, but it smells exactly like my favorite, or one of my all-time favorite fragrances, which is the Jo Malone Orange Blossom. This happens to be one of the best cologne perfumes that I have ever owned. I have used this for years. I've shared it on this channel for years. I've gotten smaller bottles and bigger bottles. I've gotten the special edition bottles. I love this stuff so much. And this deodorant smells just like this. So for like $10, I'm able to get a deodorant that pairs really well with an expensive favorite perfume. So this has to be in the top 20 of my favorites of 2020, which is very strange, I realize, but it was an awesome find. The important thing, you guys, is that it's number 25. It is the Bergamot and Orange Blossom deodorant from Secret. So that is my number 20. Then these are in no particular order, these first 10. Next one is going to be from the brand Olaplex, and that is their number 0. They came out with this here in 2020, and essentially this is a complement to their number 3, which is this guy right here. So what you do is you actually put the number 0 on dry hair, and then you let it sit for 10 minutes, and then you add the number 3 and you let that sit for another 10 minutes, and then you rinse and wash your hair and go on with your normal hair routine. I have been working on especially my bang area and my mohawk section, trying to kind of repair it from chemical damage, etc. This combo has been incredible. Number 3 has been out for quite a while, but they came out with number 0, and essentially what it is it is the at-home version of the in-salon treatment that you can get. And when I was a hairstylist, I loved Olaplex. I used it on almost every single client. I loved to make their solution into a treatment, which is essentially what this is. And I was so excited when they came out with it for at home. But it is just, to me, it's kind of a remarkable, revolutionary hair repair treatment that I was so excited came out in 2020. Next on the list is going to be Pimple Patches. These have been around for a long time, you guys, and these aren't necessarily just pimple patches. This one is actually for dark spots. This one's kind of hard to find, so I'm going to link. There's a couple others that are made for dark spots, but these have the micro darts in them, so you're able to put it on a spot, and it has these tiny little darts that actually just barely penetrate into your epidermis and deliver whatever medication is in the spot, the dot, into your skin just a little bit. To me, they revolutionized my ability to treat blemishes. This is the year, of course, in 2020 when we were wearing masks. All of a sudden, I was breaking out when that is something that I haven't dealt with in decades. And so Pimple Patches became kind of one of those things that I always have on hand. I think that they're amazing. And if you have trouble with acne, or if you have occasional pimples that you want to get rid of faster, having these on hand is fantastic. They're not expensive and they're easy to keep around. So the next thing on my list is going to be from Dermatology. This is their Microdermabrasion Scrub. I love this so much. This was definitely the year when I started to dabble back into manual scrubs and microdermabrasion. This scrub in particular is nice. It is not expensive. It's hard for you to tell by looking at it, but in that sort of pasty consistency is super, super, super fine grains, and there are a lot of them. So when you use this scrub, you actually feel like you're getting the equivalent of a manual microdermabrasion, and I love that about this. I actually don't like microdermabrasion scrubs that are mostly gel with a little bit of beading in them. I don't care for those at all. I prefer, if I'm going to do a scrub, I want to feel like I'm getting a little bit of gentle sanding so that I can exfoliate off just a little bit of that dead surface layer, and that is what this one does. It's really, really great. It's inexpensive, and it's been a favorite this year for sure. The next thing on my list is going to be this vitamin C from Glowbiotics. This is more of a recent find. I want to say that I started using this one in October, but I love it. I love it because it is not only a vitamin C derivative in here, which you're going to see up on the screen, but it is also glutathione, and it has some other brightening ingredients in it. I find that this really has helped my complexion to not only be brighter, but look healthier. And I love the vitamin C derivatives. You guys know that I am a derivative person. They are low irritating, they're stable, they last for a long time. This one comes with a pump, and I have been using this same bottle. Let me see if I can get in here. I've been using this same bottle now for 2 months, and I still definitely have some left. So a little bit goes a long way. I am enjoying this one very much, and it was definitely my favorite vitamin C of the year. I did use and love the Truth Treatments system. I still think that those are absolutely fantastic. The reason why that's not on my list is because the actual Truth Treatments vitamin C wasn't my favorite. The C Balm, love it. I think that it is fantastic, but this one actually has more brightening ingredients in it, and I just think that it kind of edged out Truth Treatments for me personally because of the glutathione that is included in this cocktail. Now we're going to move on to the Isnt Tree. This is the green tea toner. I love this for so many reasons, you guys. So I think a green tea toner is fantastic. Green tea is a fantastic antioxidant. It is also anti-inflammatory, and it helps to soothe the skin. I particularly like to use this with the compressed masks. So I will apply this to a compressed mask, put that mask on my face. I will use one of those silicone, mine are from Silly Masks, silicone masks that hold the compressed mask on your face. And I will let this sit on my skin for as long as I have time, remove it, let my skin dry, and I will do an LED treatment. That's how I like to use this, but I will actually just use this as a green tea toner when my skin needs to be soothed, when I want a little bit of antioxidant, infusion, and I love it. It is definitely my favorite green tea product that I own and that I found in 2020. We're getting close to the top 10. Next one is going to be the Dermatology Peptide Moisturizer. Guys, this one is not talked about as much as I would have expected it to be on social media. This is a moisturizer, looks like this. It very, very much has the consistency of the proteiny polypeptide product from Drunk Elephant. It's super, super, super silky. At the beginning of the year, last year, I think that's when I did it, I did an amazing affordable alternatives to expensive products video, and I recommended the Acure product to that proteiny product. I still recommend that. I still love that Acure product, but this is a multi peptide cream, and this one actually has a texture that more similarly resembles that Drunk Elephant texture. It's very silky, and it is very elegant to apply, wears really well under makeup and sunscreen, and then it is a fantastic overnight moisturizer, and it has chock full of peptides. It is a really fantastic product from Dermatology, and like I said, I'm really surprised that it doesn't get a little bit more buzz online because it is so good. Number 11 on this list is going to be from Lemieux. Now, this for me in 2020 was the year of using devices that required conductivity gels. So whether that is my NIOD or any one of the microcurrent devices that I use, but I go through a ton of conductivity gel. So I have tested a ton of them, and this one is hands down my very favorite conductivity gel that I did discover in 2020. Leah from Skin Beautiful RX sent this one to me. It is $24 for 6 ounces, but you can get a discount. You can get 20% off with my code, which makes it a really affordable conductivity gel because it's packed with really good ingredients that you will be seeing on the screen right now. The consistency of it is really good. You can add to it a little bit of water as you are doing a treatment, and it is able to kind of rehydrate, so it goes a really long way. I love that it has a pump, but more than anything, the ingredient deck in this gem is incredible. I feel really good about putting it on my skin and then using a tool that is probably driving those ingredients into my skin more. That's why I love to use this one. So definitely this is my favorite, and it is coming in at number 11. Now we're into the top 10, and we are going to do these ranking style. Number 10 is going to be my CAIS from NIOD. Now, it's still in the box right now, you guys, because I actually am using another copper peptide, and I am not going to open this box until I finish that other copper peptide because I'm in use-ups and I'm trying to get through products before I open new ones. But essentially this is their copper amino isolate serum. And basically what you get is you get 2 products that you mix together and you make a fresh product. It is definitely one of the best copper peptides I have ever used. I find that it makes a really big difference in the firmness of my skin, the texture of my skin, the brightness of my skin. I absolutely love it. A downfall of it, and part of the reason why it's number 10 and not number 1, is that it's really hard to find. It is constantly selling out, and I was lucky enough that Decium sent this to me. So that's how I actually even have my hands on this, and that is also partially why I'm going to wait until I finish my other copper peptide before I open this, because I want to enjoy every last drop of it. But if you are somebody who loves copper peptides and you're in the market for a copper peptide, when this is in stock, it is definitely a fantastic copper peptide. I love that you mix it fresh and that you get a potent copper peptide in this bottle. So that is my number 10 product. Number 9 on the list is going to be from DermaE. This is the DermaE DMAE. Now, I did a whole video on DMAE. It is something that you want to research before you use it and make sure that it's right for you. But for me, I have found that DMAE actually helps to make my skin look firmer. It helps my skin to look healthier. It helps my skin to definitely look more taut. And basically, DMAE is a B vitamin derivative that helps with muscle contraction. Like, there's a long chain of events that goes on, but DMAE is really integral in this process of the chemical reaction that induces muscle contraction. So it can actually really help your skin to be firmer and more lifted. And I find that to be true. I think that when I use this, because every once in a while, of course, I don't use it because I'm always testing things out. When I do use this, I always feel like I have a better makeup day. I feel like my skin looks healthier, more taut, more lifted. It's just a wonderful product. It does have lavender, so there's a scent to it. So if that's something that you can't deal with, then this is not something that you want to have. I don't find that it's like super duper overpowering, and I do find that the scent goes away over time, like within, you know, a short amount of time after you put it on, but it is in there. So you need to know that before you even think about purchasing it. But I love this. This is probably my third bottle of this. And I just find it to be one of those things that's going to be in my skincare arsenal forever. It's one of my favorites. So that is my number 9. This is so hard, you guys, because I look down at all of these things and I feel like every, like half of them could be number 1. So this is really hard. Number 8 on the list is going to be from Mysama. Now, Mysama is an antioxidant serum. This is a green rooibos pressed serum. It is one of those antioxidants that is so incredibly powerful that it really beats out so many other antioxidants. And you will see from the glutathione to the superoxide dismutase to the Mysama and the green rooibos that antioxidants play a very, very huge role in my life, in my skincare life. Vitamin C and green tea, all of these things are antioxidants. I truly believe that a lot of what happens with aging comes from solar damage from the sun, but also from free radical oxidative stressors that assault our skin and our body, our insides and our outsides on a daily basis. So for me, I like to layer up and really get my antioxidants in there. And Mysama is just a beautiful, beautifully formulated product. I know personally the person who formulated this, and she's genius. I think she's done such an amazing job. It comes in this beautiful glass jar with a pump. And I am just thrilled to be one of the people that was able to try this out, discover that it is the most amazing product, and use it in my everyday arsenal. I do love to also complement my LED sessions with Mysama. It's great for that, but it's really, really good, you guys, just for everyday skincare. It's a beautiful product. So that's my number 8. Number 7 on this list is going to be a very simple hyaluronic acid. Now, this one is from Isnt Tree, and it has 8 different forms of hyaluronic acid. This is in my top 10 from 2020 because as soon as I picked this up, I bought this on Yes Style. As soon as I picked this up, I literally cannot think if there has been a single day since I bought this that I don't use this. So I use this every day as a serum, layered into my serums before I do my makeup. I often will use this as a serum before I do any kind of a treatment that requires conductivity. So I hydrate my skin very, very often with this, along with some other, serums and whatnot. But it's absolutely lovely. And I could see that if you were normal skin, normal to dry, even if you were normal to combo, it's super, super lightweight. It soaks right into your skin, but it just hydrates your skin beautifully with absolutely no oily residue. You just feel like your skin is better skin after you use this. It is definitely my favorite hyaluronic acid for just everyday use. This is not a hyaluronic acid that I would tell you to use with microneedling as far as medical microneedling, but it would be fine with cosmetic needling. It's just a beautiful hyaluronic acid serum that was formulated well. I love this brand. I love the packaging, and the juice inside is glorious. Okay, so that's number 7. Number 6 on the list is going to be from Bonjour. This is my green tea water bomb. So this is actually kind of a lot like the product that I just showed you from Isnt Tree. This product is, first of all, inexpensive. This is 3.38 ounces, a huge tube. It is a gel cream consistency. I'll show you. That definitely doesn't soak right into your skin. I mean, it soaks into your skin, but then it kind of sits on the top just a little bit and provides the most perfect primer for makeup. I find that water bomb is literally a huge drink of water for my skin. And if you are a dry skinned person, it is one of the first kind of those gel cream types that really hydrated enough to where I'm like, oh, I actually could use that instead of a heavy cream moisturizer. It is absolutely beautiful. The price point is amazing, and you get this huge tube. I appreciate the tube packaging. I think that it's simple and it's easy and it's effective. I love it. You guys have heard me talk about it so much that you're probably tired of it, but it definitely has its place for sure in this top 20. Now we are down to the top 5. Number 5 on this list is going to be from Pericone. And I've said this before, but I'm totally eating my words on Pericone. I do have a couple favorites from his line, and this is definitely one of them. This is the Eyelid Lift Serum. I have to make it clear to you guys that this is not going to lift your eyelids in any way. I think that the name of this is deceptive. So for that, I definitely take a check off. Why I like this so much is that it has glutathione in it, and I definitely do think it is helping to rejuvenate the skin around my eyes. Full stop. I definitely think that it is helping with that. I think that it is helping to brighten the hyperpigmentation around my eyes. I think that it's helping to firm up some of my crow's feet, and it's helping my skin underneath my eyes. It is not lifting my eyelids at all. I have seen absolutely zero change in the hooding of my eyelids. But to be honest with you, that's not what I expected from this. What I wanted from this was the glutathione, and that is such a profound antioxidant that I knew that it would be good for my skin, but also I knew that it could be helpful with the hyperpigmentation around my eyes. And lo and behold, it is. I absolutely am noticing that I have less darkness around my eyes, and that is a huge problem of mine. My under eyes have been the bane of my existence now for several years, and I feel like this is making a difference. It's really helping with that. So that is number 5. Number 4 on this list is going to be from Miyad, and that is the Superoxide Dismutase Saccharide Mist. This was something that I discovered last year and used it the entire year. This is one of those things that goes out of stock regularly, like other NIOD things, and I always try to buy a backup because I absolutely love it. Basically, superoxide dismutase is superoxide is a free radical. It is something that causes stressors in our body, on our skin. Superoxide dismutase is going to be its crime-fighting foe, and then the saccharide in there is going to help with hydration. So all in all, this is one of those mists that is an antioxidant spray, but that also serves as a very lightweight hydrator. I love it. I think it's fantastic. It is 8 fluid ounces. It's $50. You should always be able to find it on a discount, but it goes forever. One of these bottles goes forever. And I mean, I am telling you, I doused myself in it. I love it so much. I think it's beautiful. And it was one of the things that I discovered in 2020 that I'm going to definitely be taking into 2021 and beyond. Okay, guys, we're down to top 3 down. Number 3 on this list is going to be from Bradceuticals. This is their mesenchymal serum. This is their gold serum. Now, this is essentially, in my opinion, the affordable version of Anti-Age. Anti-Age is a product line that uses anti-inflammatory stem cell cytokines in their products for microneedling, for post-procedure, and all of that kind of stuff. And I used that, and the doctor that I work with uses that in clinic in the treatment room. Well, this from Bradceuticals uses the same stem cell conditioned media, bone marrow derived, all of that stuff. That means it is anti-inflammatory, and it is going to help with the promotion of collagen synthesis. It is going to help to soothe your skin. It is absolutely glorious after cosmetic needling, in my opinion. And I also like it as a growth factor choice in the days post medical needling. The other thing that I think is so fantastic about it is that if you have any kind of skin irritation and you're really red, you can use this at night and you will wake up and you will have a little bit less of that, because it is a very healing serum. It's just beautiful, and it is one of the least expensive products like this that actually is really good. In fact, I don't think I've ever found anything anywhere near this price tag that is this good. And they do have another version that has less of the stem cell conditioned media in it. And that one is kind of good like for everyday use if you don't want to spend $70 on a bottle. But I'm telling you to have this around for post-procedure, for post-cosmetic needling, so that one bottle lasts you a little bit longer. Well worth every single penny. I love that it is small business. I love that it's woman owned. I think that it's just awesome. And frankly, these last three things could all be number one, this included, and I just love it. I could sing it from the rooftops. So if you've tried this, definitely comment down below, because this was a gem from 2020 for sure. And it will be with me going forward in almost all the protocols that I do that have to do with cosmetic needling. So that is number 3 on this list. Number 2 is going to be from Queen. This is the 7-in-1. This is a 7-in-1 brightening serum. You guys have heard me talk about this a bunch. You guys, this is my 4th bottle of this guy. Now, I discovered this right around the same time that I discovered the Pericone eyelid and a couple of other things, because I was researching glutathione. And so you kind of can sometimes see a theme in the rabbit holes that I go down, because then all of a sudden I buy a bunch of things that have something in it, and only a few things make the cut as far as continuing to be in my arsenal. This is absolutely one of them. This one has glutathione, but it also has a whole host of other brightening ingredients in it. And I absolutely 100% have noticed a change in my skin since I have been using this. The other thing that I really do like about this one very, very much is that I can use it morning and I can use it night every single day with zero irritation. So I know, as somebody who has trouble with pigment, that you really need to get a pigment inhibiting ingredient in constantly, so that you are holding down that melanin, so that you are inhibiting the enzyme that is integral in melanin production, melanin transfer, all of that stuff. So you really want to be using a pigment inhibitor in your AM and in your PM routine. Sometimes that's hard because some of them contain ingredients that are irritating if you use them twice a day. And they're okay if you use them once a day, or if you use them every other day, you know, stuff like that. This is one that I can use twice a day and I have zero irritation. I've noticed a change in my skin. It's extremely pleasant to use. It layers on the skin beautifully, wears very, very well under makeup and sunscreen. I never notice a pilling, and it's just pleasant to use. I love it. I can get it right up around my eyes and layer it with my Pericone. It's great. It can go down my neck. It doesn't bother my neck. It is a beautiful, beautiful serum. The price point's amazing. It's out of either New York, Connecticut, or New Jersey. I can't remember, but it's out of the northeast of the United States. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It's my number 2. And I definitely always have a backup of this one on hand. It is absolutely amazing. Now, my very number 1 product from 2020 is MMPEL. And this one is kind of a specialized product, because if you are not perimenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal, then this is not something that you need. This is my 2nd jar. You can see where I am on this one. Even when I am testing other products, I try to figure out a way to get my MMPEL in. In fact, right now I am testing out a device. I'm testing out the droplet device, and I've set my MMPEL aside because I really wanted to test the droplet out just on its own. And I have to tell you guys, I miss my MMPEL. I absolutely miss it. And other times when I'm testing out other things, I will alternate nights so that I still get my MMPEL in. The deal with MMPEL is that it contains a proprietary ingredient called MEP. MEP is essentially not a hormone, but it mimics the estrogen that unfortunately depletes greatly as we approach menopause, certainly in menopause, and then after we are done with menopause. Our collagen levels almost dive off a cliff by like 30% in the first 5 years. This helps to kind of trick your body into not thinking that that is going on so that we can retain some of that collagen. I think it is a game-changing product in the world of menopausal skincare, and for us ladies to be able to use in lieu of using HRT or using, you know, any of those kind of things, which if you use that kind of stuff, that's awesome. That whatever works for you is fantastic. I just think that this is one of those things that is revolutionary. I think it is a fantastic thing to have and have the ability to use that is non-hormonal. So this is definitely my absolute number one for the year. Can't ever see not using it. I've gifted it to my mother. I've gifted it to subscribers. I've gifted it to people in my Facebook group. I mean, I've gifted it to my moderators in my Facebook group. I'm telling you, I love it. And I'm so excited that they came out with this. And I'm excited for the future things that this brand comes up with, because it's really innovative. So that is my number one product from 2020. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was meant to be really fun and reflective. And I have to say it was kind of hard to even narrow down to 20 items, but every single one of these are going to be in my skincare routines in 2021. I can't see giving them up. If you did not see something that you know is a favorite of mine, it's probably because I did not discover it in 2020. I probably discovered it before that, because there's lots of things that I love and use all the time that aren't on this list because I've had them for longer than just 2020. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your January, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.